What's up everyone? Karue here from my Tennis HQ. Hope you guys are doing great. And since the last video was a success, everyone enjoyed the format, I'm gonna do it again. A match that I will be breaking down, but this time it's not me playing. For this video I have two players who play Division III college that I've been helping with, kind of coaching them a little bit, helping them improve. They want to get better this summer, so I've been working with them a couple times a week. So I had them play a set just to really see how they were playing, how they handled that situation. And I think we're going to be able to learn some good things from this set. The level is good. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So it's a long format video again. So like I said on the previous video, make it an event, order some sushi, drink some sake, have a good time, put it on TV and learn a little bit more about tennis. I think I have some thoughts about the match that I will sort of cover at the end, a little bit of a conclusion what you need to learn from this video, but let's just jump right to it. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. It really helps us. We truly appreciate that. Also give it a thumbs up to this video if you find it helpful. And like I always mention, we got a bunch of links down below that help the channel. If you click on them, buy something from Tennis Warehouse, we'll get a little bit of a commission and no cost to you. We got a bunch there: Spike Ball, Tennis Warehouse, A-Peak, our merch, our Patreon. So all those links there help us. So make sure you use one of them, just so we can keep putting quality content for you guys. But let's just jump right to the video. We're actually using Swing Vision now. Stay tuned. We've got a little thing coming up for you guys with Swing Vision, but I think this is going to be a great way with what Swing Vision is doing. It adds complements perfectly this format. So really pumped for this partnership, and let's just jump right to it. All right, so let's watch Charlie versus Ryan here. Obviously using Swing Vision technology, which is going to help us even track the balls a little bit better, depth and all that stuff. So let's start. Again, like I did on the last video, I will jump in when I feel necessary, where I think I can show some of either the good things that happen on a point or the bad things that happen on a point. So let's just go right at it. Okay, good serve there with Ryan. Quick thing here on that shot earlier. Just getting a shot that is, obviously very short. See where he landed there on the heat map. You still got to accelerate, right? Ryan guided it here, and that ball just flew away. You got to make sure you're covering the ball on those short balls. Okay, good serving by Ryan. Now the sun is out. That's good serving, first ball combo. Nice, good close. Right, so you can see here on the heat map, still both players playing a bit too short, right? If we watch right here on the heat map, playing a bit too short, so got to increase the depth. But both guys. Let's go 1-0 Brian. First serve. It's a good deep return. Nice. Let's go back to this point here now. Let's pay attention here to how the point was constructed. So first of all, great deep return by Ryan, right? Pretty deep. You can look here on the heat map on the right. Now, this is a difficult ball. Serving first ball, obviously, it's always like a good thing to continue to dominate the point if you can hit a good first ball. And Charlie, from a tough ball, a tough return, deep return, he actually chose to go, let's watch here, chooses to go pretty deep middle. So, okay, again, let's look at the heat map right here. See how he chooses to hit very deep middle. And that sets up a short ball, okay? So then he can actually hit moving through it, come to the net. So depth really is what you need to do to create the right ball, and like an easy short ball Okay, so then he just attacks it to the open court, comes in, puts it away. Great stuff there. Sometimes hitting, you don't have to hit the corners. You can just hit a deep middle ball and you'll be okay. Good pickup. Ooh, misses by a little bit. Shouldn't have backed up there on that volley after that first volley. Again, let's go back a little bit. You guys know I emphasize depth a lot on the channel, right? And after here, after that return, see right here where Charlie hits this ball. That's too short. It's too short. See how Ryan is moving into the ball here, cutting the angle and taking that down the line. Charlie's even back to the middle here. See, he's still super far away. So from that position there where Charlie is, and again, like, this is all hindsight, right? If we can do those things all the time, hit the ball deep all the time, we'll all be at a much higher level. But from this position here, in a tough position here on the corner, you gotta get that ball maybe a little bit higher, make it travel a little bit longer so you have time to recover. Ryan did a great job immediately recognizing that the ball is short, comes in, puts the overhead away. So short balls don't really do. They're not gonna really get you anything. Good change here by Charlie. Instead of going big with the backhand, and recognizes that Ryan really backed up. Look where Ryan is right here. And he goes for the short slice. Doesn't have to be a great dropper, but keeps the guy honest, right? The short slice. I like that variation by Charlie. He goes a little bit better there with the height. And pushing Raya back. Oh, he has to hit that. But we can really learn from this point. What we can learn from this point is that, let's rewind it, is that you see, like, hits two deep balls, pushes Ryan really far back here, and then makes a decision, even though it's a difficult shot here, to play shorter. So you guys got to understand, sometimes when we're hitting good balls, but we just make the opponent go from one side to the other side and then one side to the other side, and it's just going back and forth, where it's much more difficult to go from, let's say, a deep position here where Ryan is to that short position there. So you got to run diagonally all the way here. So you got to make sure that you play shots that will bring opponents into the court. So let's do that again. So into the court here, maybe sometimes to then back, and vice versa. Sometimes we get too caught up hitting side to side, and that's actually the easiest way to move. If you can find ways to make your opponent move diagonally, that's very important. Good second there to save a break point. That's too short. Ryan missed it, but that's too short. You see that on the heat map again. That is way too short of a ball. That Ryan could have taken that ball a tiny bit earlier if he had recognized it. But that's a ball right there. Landing right there is the worst possible spot that you can hit your shots. Hitting inside the box is actually not bad. So this area, oops, don't want to use that. I want to use this. This area right here is actually not bad. This area right here is great. This middle area right here, it's always like the easiest ball for players to hit. So if you can avoid that, unless you're hitting like an angle, right? Unless you're hitting somewhat like right here, this middle area, sorry, there's a lot of arrows there, but this spot right here and right here is usually the easiest for someone to attack you, because they have all the angles in the world. See where Ryan is, he can go here, he can go there, he can go to the angle. So This is probably the worst spot you can hit your shots. And when you hit the ball there, be ready to run. Okay, Ryan misses it. All right, 1-1. Better depth here by Charlie. Open up the court. Good. Went for it afterwards. Alright, as you guys can tell, Ryan's the more aggressive player here. Is looking to come in a lot more. Charlie's trying to push him back, force an error like that. Volley. See, Ryan definitely looking to get to the net quicker. There you go. Great coverage there. See, good hold here, but there by Ryan. Again, you guys can see Ryan is definitely looking to get to the net, be the more aggressive guy. So Charlie here needs to keep the ball deeper, needs to keep forcing errors, and also not like hope for mistakes. Charlie's definitely the more consistent player, but needs to keep the ball deep and needs to keep attacking Ryan, not just be like, hey, like I'm gonna make balls and hope you make a mistake. If you're playing someone aggressive, you can just allow them to be aggressive and hope for mistakes. You've got to make sure you're also being aggressive and making them run, because that's where they don't want to be. Okay, so we got 2-1 here. Just a bad mistake there. Charlie really not getting up on the serve right now. Ryan makes a lot more mistakes, but he lives with them. You know, he just lives with his mistakes a little bit better. He goes for them a little bit more. And there you go, good depth. There you go, another deep ball. Look at that heat map. Great depth. All right. Okay. Let's break down that point a little bit. Okay. First, let's look how Charlie gets a lot of depth on his first couple balls here. Great depth, right? And to his credit, Ryan definitely handled those well. So 2 deep balls by Charlie here. Like, let's check the heat map again. 2 deep balls by Charlie here, and then very deep balls by Ryan as well. Now, Charlie, the problem here is that he never really gained court position. He stayed super far back on the court. Like, look where he is right now. And Ryan kept coming back really close to the baseline. So he's looking to get more court position, where Charlie has settled to hitting balls in, but from far back. And then what's going to happen? Still going to hit good balls, but it's still too far back. So he's trying to be kind of aggressive, but he's still too far back. You're not going to hit a winner or really do much from that point. Now he gets closer, but he immediately goes back. And then Ryan, you know, obviously looking to be more aggressive, stays close to the baseline. In a moment, he lets up a little bit, and look at that spot. He hits the ball. Oh, that is just the spot that I just told you guys. If you hit the ball there, you're going to run. He hits that spot, Charlie and Ryan goes for it, hits the winner. So what looked like it was a point that Charlie should have controlled more. His court position really messed him up. So we're back to 40-30 here from a 40 love. That is a great return. Deep through the middle, right at the guy's feet. So don't be crazy with your returns. Deep middle, hard is usually the one that's gonna get you. Oh, that actually wasn't. It was 30-40, not 40-30. So 3-1 Ryan. We got ourselves a break. Good deep slice, forced in there, good serve. And Ryan always looking to be more aggressive, just more aggressive of the two, getting to the net. That's a good ball. Oh, out. Okay, so let's go back to that point right there. Going back to that point again. So off a great deep return here. Where's the return? Good deep return. And Charlie doesn't look to be more aggressive off that deep return. Did try to go for an angle here, open up the court, but could have done way more, taking that a lot earlier and created more pain. And when you guys hit good deep balls, make sure you are looking to finish those shots afterwards. Look for the short balls. See a good deep return, but good defense there by forcing the issue. Again, he's the more aggressive player. He's going to make more mistakes. So okay, that's where Charlie wants to be, attacking, making Ryan come up with shots from difficult positions on the court. There you go. Good defense. All right, see when Charlie is on offense, how much easier it is for him.
Come on.
Okay, that's okay. He was trying to be aggressive there. Just needs a tiny little bit more height. Second by round. 40-15.
Oh, don't do that!
Okay, so doing his game plan, trying to come in, trying to hit the ball hard. Alright, 5-2. 5-2 Ryan.
If I'm playing with someone who just held serve 4 times.
You're not getting up on the serve. No, I told him to get up on the serve. He's going to make a bunch of serves, you see. Yep, there you go. Getting up. Don't serve from a low position. Don't make yourself short, make yourself taller. Nice. Way to close it in. I like that approach down the middle, take away the angle. Good. Little one. Try a little further back now on the returns, but you're gonna go far back, which most pros are doing these days, right? They're going far back on the return. You need to go at it. You can't just try to block it. You need to go take a full swing at it so you hit the ball deep. Otherwise, you're just gonna be running. You're gonna hit the ball short and you're gonna run. Swing vision says that was out. Didn't call it. All right, so that was the first set for Ryan. It was 6-3. They actually play now from, I think, 2-all or 3-all. They'll play a few more games, but just in general, that first set, as you can see, Ryan was a guy who was trying to be the more offensive guy. He was trying to go for more shots, and it paid dividends. I think Charlie needed to play the ball deeper, needed to try to be on offense as well, and he just wasn't trying to do that, or he was leaving the ball too short. And Ryan was just taking advantage of it. And yeah, he made some silly errors and errors that might look not as good on video, but he had a game plan and he went for it and he wasn't reactive. I think too many times players are too reactive and they don't try to, go for their shots. Strategically, you don't have to think, oh, I need to hit ball cross or line or whatever. You just have to hit the best ball you can hit at every shot. So whatever is the decision is that you can hit a good ball from whatever area that you're at on the court, hit the best, most quality shot you can hit from that position, and don't just roll it in and hope for a mistake. Okay, let's watch the rest. Okay, trying to impose himself a little bit more now. Charlie dominating a little bit more with the forehand there, putting Ryan in tougher situations. You see how that will pay off. All right, way to close it. See? Gotta push yourself towards the target there on the return. Oh, there you go. Way to back that up. There you go. See? Charlie becoming a little bit more aggressive here, imposing himself and then earning more free points. That's a great thing. It's a great adjustment from set 1 to set 2. If you're losing and you're staying with the strategy that you're losing, or you're going to lose the match. So you've got to always try to make adjustments and continuing to try to the aggressive one. You're too far back. That return from super far back but too short. Needs a little bit more height. Make that ball go all the way deep right at Ryan's feet. There you go. See? That's the ball. Ryan with a tough hold there. There you go. Looking to be the aggressor as well. And taking the ball early. There it is. Nice at the ball. As Charlie tries to impose himself a little bit more, the points become a lot easier for him. This is the last game we'll play. Start with the double fault. There you go, see? Charlie dominating more with the forehand, earning more easy points. Great return again, went for it, didn't just blocked it in. Whoa, that's a great ball by Ryan. Oh wow, a little kamikaze play there and it worked out. Oh. Nice, there you go. Going for his shots a little bit more now. Oh. All right, that's one way to finish. All right, so let's go back to my office. Okay, and just some final thoughts on this practice set or set and a half. As I was saying during the breakdown, as you guys could see, Ryan was definitely more committed to his game plan than Charlie. Charlie was, just sort of playing not to miss, to make balls, almost like thinking too much. Where Ryan, even though he can be a little more erratic and make some silly errors, he had committed. He was serving and volleying. He was hitting and coming in when he could. He wasn't trying to stay far back and rally because he knew that probably would lower his chances of winning the match. And that, he kind of, he's looking to find his identity, and he seems like that's the one. And I think you need to do that with your game. If there's one takeaway from this match, is that having an identity is really important. Now, it doesn't mean that you only do one thing, right? Like Ryan also needs to improve his defense skills and all that stuff. But in general, you're going to be look to play with your style of play. Some people are okay being more aggressive, making more mistakes. Some people are not. Some people, myself, I'm not a guy who wants to make a lot of mistakes. For me, making a lot of balls actually gives me more confidence. So you need to find that in your game and you need to implement it. You get on the court and you do it. You see what Ryan was doing, and it just worked out, where Charlie was a little backed up and not, again, not playing with any style at that point, just sort of hitting the ball. And having a style is really, really important. another thing to keep in mind, as I also said earlier during the breakdown, is that if you're playing someone who is being too offensive and coming in, you can just hope for mistakes, or make balls on the court and hope they will give it away, even if that person's being more erratic. That way you actually make them play better. And the objective is always to make your opponent play worse. In this case, Charlie needed to play a little more aggressive, play a little deeper, actually control the baseline a little bit more, so Ryan would start force the issue. In this scenario, in this set at least, Ryan didn't have to force the issue. He was patient enough. He was going for it, but he was patient enough, and because he knew he was going to get an easier ball. So you got to make sure that you adapt to your opponent's weaknesses as well. It's you can't just be okay, let's just see what happens. All of a sudden, you lose a set. The set was quick. Brian got a break, and he just ran with it, and Charlie couldn't really do anything. So you got to make sure that those adapting is really quick. If a guy comes off the gate just firing, and you're not hitting the ball deep enough, you got to make adjustments really quick. Don't wait 3, 4, 5 games to maybe change your return position, change your court position, all that stuff. You got to be quick, and you got to be ready to adapt if your opponent is playing really well. So those are the takeaways for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to try to keep this format going. We actually have one more video of those coming up, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And let us know in the comments below, what do you think Charlie could have done better during this match? What do you think Ryan could have done better during this match? Let us know in the comments below. Again, use our links down below to help the channel, and make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.